Hi, he said from Zetsterslab. Well, I'm sitting outside between my stones and my leaves and all the projects that I am busy with. My goodness, this is a magical process to me. Listen, let me tell you, I've never done anything like this. As in my previous videos you've seen, I've gathered my leaves, and what I'm creating with these beautiful leaves is just blowing my mind. I'm so excited. So after I did the previous video where I created this artwork, you can think what my next step was. I found my cloth. The cloth, this is one that a Gelli Plate print on my cloth, and these were some of the linens that I hand dyed with curry, turmeric, and I think that was the tea, Thailand tea. And well, the next logical step for me was just to work the leaves onto this. I mean, just look at it. Let me tell you, it was quite a challenge. First of all, most of the leaves are already dry, so as I was working, they were breaking off. Furthermore, I also had to decide to just make marks with my yarn, to not do it perfectly. You know, you can see, look at the little beautiful marks that I did there. And then after I did the leaves onto that piece, I realized, oh my goodness, the piece is actually skew. So I thought, you know, what am I now going to do with this little piece? And I thought, okay, let me go to all my things. So I found this book thing, a photo album that I bought at the charity shop. And you can see how beautiful. They've got the little thin piece of cloth. I'm sure this is paper. I mean, it's paper, but it's more to me like cloth. And the thicker one. So, I don't know, I just placed mine onto this, and that just was when the magic happened. I even had my music sheets, so I was trying to figure out, will I put a piece of music sheet in? But I decided, I don't know, perhaps when I put it in a frame, I don't know. But the lesson that this taught me, here you can see the final product. That was they're just putting in, but look how beautiful it looks with the music sheet. So I'm blown away by doing this. I cannot tell you the joy that I felt sewing some leaves onto cloth. It's ridiculous. And then afterwards I looked at this, and the thing that came into my mind was, what a waste of time. You've wasted your time. You know, you're sewing leaves onto stuff that are going to break off. That is, you know, it's ridiculous. And I was thinking about it. I was kind of shocked when this idea just came into my mind. You know, you wasting your time. And that made me think. And I realized, you know, we've got this whole thing of life upside down. Totally. We've made it, we messed it up so bad that when we start to move back into enjoying the beauty of life, we look crazy. I mean, how dare I say, I've wasted my time. I cannot tell you the amount of joy and peace and love and wisdom I've experienced while I was sitting there doing this. I mean, it was just magical. It did something to me, in me, through me, call it what you will. And that is what life is all about. We got to stop viewing life from a human's point of view and start realizing what it is from a spiritual point of view, because we are spiritual beings that get this wonderful opportunity to live in this realm and experience the beauty of life manifested. Just the leaves, and just working with the leaves, gathering the leaves, taking the photos of the leaves, and then doing this. It brought me closer. Listen carefully. I didn't think of this. It brought me closer to life. And where can life be found? Inside us. That's the only place where we can experience and find the spiritual life, the life that we actually are. And how dare we say we are wasting time when we draw closer and start to walk more fully, flow more fully with and in the river of life, the life. I'm starting, and it may sound crazy, I'm starting to fall more and more in love with life. And I'm not talking about what you can see outside with this eyes. I'm talking about spending time and learning more about the true life. That's unconditional love. That's wisdom, peace, joy, purity, just plain beauty that is in us. It's a spiritual thing. It's life. And whatever makes me and you get us closer to experience the fullness of life, that is magic. That's what we need to go after. But this life in this realm, this world, remember, we are not from this world. The kingdom of heaven is within us. That means the spiritual life where we come from and where everything is from is within us. But instead of searching and drawing closer and becoming more and more one with this awesome life, we focus on the things in this world that can never bring us lasting happiness and joy and healing and deliverance and unconditionally love that we desperately need. And that is why I am passionate about doing. You got to find and do whatever you need to do to get closer to the life in you. So we got to find and do the things that makes us come alive, feel alive, realize we are actually alive. How many people live through this realm and never experience the fullness of life, not even for a second, to experience who you truly are in spirit, unconditional love. it blows your mind to smithereens. And that is what creating does. So that it brings us closer to the life in us. It stills our minds from always running to the past and running into the future. And how many time do I waste being in some kind of imaginary future? You know, we sit and we daydream about the future. What might happen, that's great. What might not happen, that brings so much fear. And we spend our time there, missing the abundant life that we desperately need to get through this moment, this day, filled with peace and joy and victory. Because we've missed the magic of being in this realm. I've missed it. I'm 60 years in this realm, on this round planet. And I've missed the reason I'm here, to experience the beauty of life in me, through me, around me. I mean, this is supposed to be the most wonderful experience that we are supposed to have. Yes, with lots of growing, lots of healing, lots of deliverance, and those things are hard, you know. But if we don't walk through darkness, we cannot find the light that is in us. It's not out there, it's inside. It's inside us. And that is what this ridiculous art work taught me. You know, how dare you, Izette, think that this was a waste of time? You know, what else should I have done? You know, we believe we gotta be busy, permanently busy. We got to fight our life through this realm. We got to make our plans and make sure it works. And it's exhausting trying to be in control and trying to get our life to turn out as we believe with everything else it should. And creating is just the most wonderful way to still your mind and get you into the presence of the abundant life in you. Isn't it just what it's all about? Experiencing, feeling, being one with this abundant life. You know, we got to change our mindsets if we ever want to experience abundant life in this realm. If we want to find heaven here and now, because that's where we're supposed to find it. And it's in us. The kingdom of heaven, the spiritual kingdom, is within us. But we miss it because we believe we're only going to find heaven when we leave this body. This is just a body. When I leave this body, I'm still going to be a spirit. I don't understand all of these deeper things, but I am learning and I'm growing and I am shedding, you know, shedding all these lies that I grew up believing. It's so sad how bound we are, so that we just cannot enjoy this beautiful journey through this realm. It's a beautiful journey. Let me tell you, the toughest journeys I've ever had when we went overseas or on holiday or whatever, taught me the most. And in the midst of those troubles and things, I saw the most beautiful things and experienced the most wonderful stuff. The same in this realm, you know. And one of the friends on this YouTube channel, she also wrote to me and she said about, oh gosh, now I forgot. I forgot what she said. Oh, we either have a victim mentality or a miracle mentality. And remember the purse of husband that got stolen. Not stolen, he misplaced it. It fell out of his pocket. I could have turned into a victim. Oh, you know, now they're going to steal from me, steal the money. And poor me, you know, victim. But I'm so thankful that the life in me was really just showing me, just walk this out. It's something that happened. I will walk with you. I will show you the next step and the next way. And I will give you peace and joy in the midst of it. So you see, we can turn victim. We all grew up and then our lives does not turn out our way, no matter how religious we are and how we try to do the religious right things and name it. And then difficult things and things we don't want to happen to us, and then we fall apart and we become this victim, you know, just because our life is not turning out in this realm as we believe it should. But it's turning out perfectly, exactly how it's supposed to be, in order for me and you to be set free and grow into this beautiful spiritual being that we came here as, you know, as perfect. There I go again. That's why I say, I cannot do this for a wonderful big, you know, YouTube channel and I'm this artist. I'm just sharing what the life in me leads me to share. And I always know it will bring people to the message that needs to hear this. Otherwise they won't be here. And that is what life is all about, to grow to the point where you just make peace with your journey. You know, just live moment by moment, day by day, savoring and creating beautiful moments. Because one beautiful moment creates another beautiful moment, and at the end, look what I created. And this in our journey is just a stepping stone to the next thing. And it is teaching me what it means to walk in the fullness of life that we already are. That is who we are in spirit. So I need to get out of my mind and into my heart and just start doing like I did here. I mean, it was miraculous. I told you, I just looked out of my window, saw my beautiful tree losing its leaves, dropping its leaves. It's starting to become autumn. And I just felt the urge to go and get some leaves to do something with. And that led me to, I don't know, this is the third video, and how many lessons I've learned that changed me, you know. So no matter where you may find yourself in your journey through this realm, not all of us are in easy places presently, but wherever you may find yourself presently, do whatever you have to do to get closer to the life in you. And that happens when we create. You got to find, first of all, what really makes you come alive. What makes you come alive? What makes you feel alive? Your stuff will be different from mine. So yesterday when I was walking around here taking the photos of my leaves and my stuff, I was alive. I came alive. It was magical. And in that aliveness, we feel and walk and draw closer to the life in us. Because we still our minds, we become joyful, the life in us starts to flow through us like a mighty river. We get provided what we need within that moment. In these moments, because the fullness of life in us is flowing, moving, so we got to do what we got to do. Find what makes you come alive and do as much of that as you can, and that will grow. Believe you me, here I am now with a YouTube channel sharing all these things. 20 years back I was in my same garden, fearful, depressed, a victim of my circumstances. I'm still, let me tell you, in the same circumstances. Nothing has actually changed, but I have changed. I no longer live in fear of where our next money is coming from, because we work from home, both of us, for our own businesses, whatever you might call it. So we had to learn to trust the life in us to provide us with work or money or all our needs. I had to learn that. So we're still in the same boat, actually in the same garden, but I'm experiencing so much joy and peace because I have learned and got to know the abundant life in me that has always provided for me, mostly at number 99.9, what I needed. So now when we come to a point where, we don't know how we're going to make it the end of the month, I look back and I see, but did the life, my spiritual life, my source, ever drop me? Never. Never. So I've learned my needs will always be met, but I had to realize I got to let go of my ideas of how I believe my life should unfold and what I need and what my next step must be, and the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan. I had to let go of that and had to learn to walk with the life in me step by step. And sometimes I still fall apart, still lose it, still doubt, still fear, and then I need to get back to this, get back to something that makes you come alive, feel alive, and then you will know all your needs are met and everything is unfolding as it should, and you will learn to trust the life in you and not your own ability to make things happen, because that didn't work in the past, did it? Not in our life. No matter how hard we tried to get more customers and more work, and it didn't work. So we had to learn to let that go and just learn to trust the life within. And our life has moved in totally new directions, and it became peaceful and joyful most of the times. Except for the times when, I lose it again and become fearful and angry and resentful. But I've also learned how to get out of that realm of darkness, hell, quicker by going and doing and finding those things that brings out and start moving the life in me and starts to still my mind. You know, the mind that tells you, oh, you were wasting your time, is it? You were wasting your time. That was my mind. And I immediately realized that. And I could dissect that thought. And look what I learned. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab? I've got new plans already for my next thing I'm gonna do with my leaves, but as I said, who knows? Day by day, minute by minute. Love you lots, and if I can, you can, because you were created. You are a spiritual being. You were created in this realm with things. Okay, how can I say it? As I said, the things that makes me excited and come alive is different than yours. But we all have those things to bring us closer to the life within, feeling alive, coming alive, realize we are alive. So we got to find those things and start doing it as much as we can in wherever we find ourselves. Love you lots.